Hello, YouTubers! The new Time Travel Jaime 88. I'm back with another Doctor Who DVD review. And yes, we're still celebrating Doctor Who's 50th anniversary. So today, I'm doing another classic Doctor Who adventure. It is Doctor Who, The Keys of Marinus. Yes, this is the best six-part story. I really love this episode. It is fantastic to watch. It is a classic. This six-part story originally transmitted on April 11th through May 16th, 1964. Before we get to the review, I just want to give a quick shout out to Melissa Rivera. Melissa Rivera, thank you so very much for the shout out. It really means a lot. Your videos are awesome, and I hope you feel better, Melissa. Okay, let's get on to the review. The plot begins on a small island with glass beach surrounded by acid sea on the planet Marinus. Stands a tower with many secret entrances. Within the tower is Abetan, keeper of the conscience of Marinus, a vast computer developed 2 millennia earlier as a vast justice machine which kept law and order across the entire planet for 700 years. When the TARDIS materialized, the Doctor and his companion Ian Chesterton, Barbara Wright, and Susan arrive on the island. They brought into the tower to the audience with Abetan, who explained that the social Marinus is in danger. Several submersibles containing Vord humanoid creatures, protected by an amphibian-like black rubber wetsuit, have washed up on a beach inspired by Yartek. The Vord are seeking to enter the tower and take control of the consciousness. Abetan explained that the consciousness has been upgraded significantly to control the Vord again, but needs to be activated. Years earlier, Abetan had prevented the consciousness from falling into Vord control by separating the 5 keys needed to regulate. The 5 keys are in different locations. One is in Abetan's position, but the other 4 are scattered over Marinus. The keys can be only found by the following direction. Preset the travel dial. Watch-like device with the power to transport the wearer across the planet to correct the location. Abetan asked that the Doctor and his friend help him fend off the Vord by gathering the keys. The other had tried to accomplish this task, even Abetan's own daughter, but none had returned to the tower. The Doctor refused Abetan's request, but is unable to access the TARDIS due to the force field Abetan placed around the ship, and so the Doctor and his companion are considered into aiding Abetan. As the 4 teleport away from the tower using the travel dial, Abetan is attacked and stabbed to death by the Vord, has secretly gained access to the tower. The first location visited by the traveler is the city of Monopatron. The seemingly advanced and pacific inhabitants impress the travelers with auxiliary luxury, advice, and the aesthetic of the city, but all is not as it seems. Barbara is first to realize the truth with a hypnotic disc. It tends to make her mind recaptive, and a hypnotic pulse slips her off the forehead, causing her to realize that Monopatron is actually a place of dirt and squalor rather than beauty and luxury, unknown to the Doctor and his crew. Monopatron is governed by 4 brain creatures with hideous eyes, stalks, and have outgrown their bodies, live in a large bell jar, and communicate through their life support machine. The brain of Monopatron population and the entire city was subjugate to their will. Once the brain realized Barbara had seen the truth and thus in privilege to their hypnotic control, they ordered that she be killed. Barbara escaped and hides in the city. They're making contact with the slave girl, Sabetha, who had been blamed for Barbara's awakening and sentenced to death. Barbara deduces Sabetha is Arbeton's missing daughter and sees Sabetha wear one of the key about her neck. Barbara helps to break Sabetha's conditioning, and together they escape and destroying the jars and equipment protecting the brains. With their life support ruined, the brains die and all human subjects of the city are free, and another slave called Altos. Remember, he too was sent to Menopotron by Arbetan, and he and Sabetha decide to join the doctor and his friend on the quest. The six now split up, with the doctor going ahead to find the final key of the city of Marinus, while the others attempt to find the second key in the next destination. The next location for the five search in a dangerous screaming jungle, which has particularly the ability and effect on the telepathic Susan. In the jungle is an ancient tomb overgrown with plant, much as flora, hostile, and the travelers are realized to find the next key easily propped on the top of the statue. In a temple, however, this key is a decoy, and when it touched, activates the ancient machinery that causes the statue to move indeed. The whole location, jungle and temple, are placed under danger when Barbara is caught in the statue mechanism and disappeared into the temple. Sabetha argues she may have possibly used her travel dial to move to the next location. Sabetha compared the key Barbara found with her original and realized to easily find the key is actually fake, while Ian remains at the temple search for the real key. Alatos, Sabetha, and Susan go to the next location to search for Barbara. Ian activates the statue mechanism and also taken into the temple when he finds Barbara again hidden in the temple. Is aging and a dying scientist, Darius, whom Ian saved from attack by a creeping vine, very weak old man. Explain the trap of the temple are to fool the Vord. Before dying, Darius tells Ian and Barbara the key is hidden in DE-302. The plant is mutated by the glow accelerating bell by Darius become more aggressive. The two friends just only manage to retrieve the key from the experimental drug before the vegetation overruns the temple. Ian and Barbara now teleport in icy wasteland when they meet the duplication trapper Vazor, steals the key and sends Ian back to the wasteland where he hopes Ian will be eaten by the packs of wolves. In the wasteland, find Alatos bound and abandoned, and works out Vazor to be blamed. Ian and Alatos return to the trapper, hunt and confront, forcing the wicker man to reveal the stolen keys in the possession and take them to the ice cave where he had earlier abandoned Sabetha and Susan. The two girls have meanwhile searched the icy cave themselves, uncovering the mechanic ice soldier. The travelers are soon reunited and find the next frozen key from a block of ice. Their act of revive the ice soldier will begin the vigilous rampage. When the traveler reached the next location, Ian finds himself accused of murdering Apron, a friend of Alatos, who had discovered the key shortly before his death. Ian is accused of theft, and Apron he is murdered. His punishable will be death if he found guilty before the next court of Marinus. The doctor takes on the role to defend the consul. He succeeds in postponing the trial for 2 days while gathering evidence, used the time to work out what really happened to Ephraim. He works out the relief guard Adrian is implicated in murder, but Adrian is murdered during the course of the trial before he can reveal the truth. The doctor did not investigate the crimes in any further. The kidnap is Kala, Adela's willow. is in a league of icing. The court prosecute succeed pursuing the three judges in millennia to find Ian guilty of infamous murderer. Luckily, the other finds Susan bound and gagged in Kayla's house before Kayla can kill her, as she did her own husband. The doctor helped unmask Ison and uncovered the last key which had been hidden in the murder weapon, and Ian is free. The travelers return to Abeton Island using the traveling dials. Atos and Sabetha had traveled ahead with all the last key in the possession. Yatek is now in charge, clothed in Abeton's robe, and maintained the reuse. The doctor and his three friends arrived and soon realized the Vor has taken control of the tower. The consciousness. The doctor frees Sabetha and Atos then unmax Savu. Ian is to play this part. The doctor and his friend are freed to the tower with Atos and Betha before the growing blades and ancient structure, and they take him and they sneaked away back into the TARDIS. This is a magnificent story. Let's take a look. Here's some still pictures from the story. We have DVD extras. We have audio commentary by William Russell and Carol Ann Ford. Director John Gorey. Designer Raymond Cusick. Moderated by Clayton Hickman. The set of Marinus. Photo gallery. PDF materials. Also so forth. Production notes, subtitles. Here's the discs for the Keys of Marinus. This 6-part adventure was sadly never to be screened in Australia due to Australia's TV censor clip of the 1960s. That's it for this review. Rate, comment, and subscribe. This is the new Time Travel Jaime 88 saying so long.